hello everyone, all over South Asia and all over the world. I think it is quite appropriate that we have decided to shift, essentially let go of the topic that is so dear to us, which is imagine a new South Asia where we can connect the way we have not been allowed for decades. But I think there will be time for that. And crisis of COVID is upon us all over again. And so this recalibration of this particular meeting to address the issue of the pain and the suffering, starting with the largest country amongst us and the second largest country in the world with the second largest population in the world, which is India. It is heart stopping to watch, to hear uh, all that is going on, knowing also that much of this is going to be our lot in the days to come elsewhere than in India. So while we grieve for so much of what the citizens of India are going through, it is also an alert for the rest of us in the neighborhood. And in particular, Nepal. Nepal with an open border, I believe the wave is already upon us. So I think this is an opportunity to for us to share our thoughts and our ideas vis-a-vis what has overtaken India. As I said earlier, because it is the largest country amongst us, when things go out of control, the volume of what hits the Indian population is at a scale bigger, much bigger than for most of the rest of us. And so I would only at this point um, say to share one or two ideas beyond this. One of which is we should be coming together in joy in the days ahead. Right now, we are actually coming together to share the pain of India, a share that we already know from what the rest of us have also borne over the past year. Just as the pandemic is forcing a change of gears worldwide, whether we do it or not, at least we are now put on guard vis-a-vis everything from plastic pollution to species loss to climate crisis. In the same way, could it be that we can utilize this incredible crisis of public health to recalibrate relationships in South Asia? Because it has taken all of 6 to 7 decades for us to become strangers to each other, whereas our inner beings, I think, are remain the same because there is a civilizational connect, but the nation statism has rent us apart, and the nationalism often linked to religion has been such a lethal brew, that we need to utilize this crisis to reset our minds and to be able to be more effective as regionalists. We call ourselves regionalists with pride. That South Asia is a term that has come to us and a term that we must internalize because we do not have a choice. Hindustan doesn't work for everybody anymore. India, quote unquote, is taken. The term South Asia and its translation in each of our languages, I believe, is something that we must now own and understand that South Asia is not a romantic concept. It is a concept for economic growth, for equity, for social justice. And so beyond that, I do not want to say much more because this is a topic for another time, a need to reconceptualize South Asia, a need to re-energize SARC so far as it goes, a need to realize that SARC is required, but SARC is not South Asia. South Asia is much more than the organization of SARC, tackle the India-Pakistan conundrum and continuous enmity within amongst the states that is roiling the waters for the rest of South Asia, even the rest of South Asia within Pakistan and within India. These are the thoughts I had
Kanak,
to share. And
Kanak,
I will,
Kanak, we also had discussed, that wonderful image of. You can share your screen. That wonderful image of South Asia with the coronavirus pandemic that your designer had made for Himal.
yes,
So, usko agar share karen. That was a very powerful
I
image.
wanted to end with that, Veena,
Yes.
but it says host disabled participants screen sharing.
Oh, yeah.
Nimi Korean wrote an article a month ago in Himal Southasian, and the title, very evocative, was "In Sadness and in Health."
Mm.
And the image is by Akila Veerasinghe from Colombo, and it is looking at the post-pandemic world of South Asia. Uh, Looking at, we all used to say vectors do not uh, bother about borders. When mosquitoes, malarial mosquitoes and dengue mosquitoes cross frontiers, they hardly know that they are crossing a frontier. Now we got a pandemic amidst us. And I sense that this article also refers to this idea. And here's the image, if I might. What Nimi Korean ends her article with this poignant line, which is the futility of trying to keep social worlds apart. And I believe that when we meet again and again with this SAPAN network, we must try to break the logjam, starting with India, Pakistan, but there are many more logjams than we could count. I can assure you of that. But we must keep going because the logic, the civilizational logic of the what we used to call the subcontinent is a South Asia redefined to provide social justice, human rights, democracy, and inclusion to the people of South Asia. Thank you.